Hey, how you doing, mathematicians, mathematicians, and timekeepers and keepers of the clock? Today, we are going to explore telling time to the hour digitally. Digitally. See the word digital. The I turns the G into a J sound. Digital. And when we talk about a digital clock, well, if you look here at my computer, we have the two types of clocks shown. Yesterday we learned how to use an analog clock. This is a digital clock where you have the hour, the colon, and the minutes. Now, sometimes it gets really fancy and has seconds, but we're just going to concentrate on the hours and the minutes. So, digital clock is more common these days. Most computers, phones, a lot of alarm clocks that you'll see in people's houses or in their bedrooms or in hotels or public places. A lot of times they'll be digital. It's important to know how to use both types of clocks. And when you are ready to buy your first watch, one of the decisions you'll have to make is, do you want to have a analog watch, which is kind of classy, or do you want to have a digital watch, which is kind of high tech and can be really cool? All right, so we're going to focus on digital. So please make sure you have your name and number on page 595, 597, and 599. Then we're going to go back to page 595, where we see a picture of a digital clock, and it says, Amelia wakes up for school at 7 o'clock. So we are going to, all we need to do here is show 7 o'clock. So the way that we are going to show 7 o'clock, you should use your pencil. I'm going to use a marker just so that it's easier for you to see on the video. We have 7, that's the hour. The 2 dots, that's a colon, and that means after. You can write that if you want on your paper. Circle the 2 dots. Let's label it colon. It's a punctuation mark. It means after. So 7 o'clock means 0 hours after 7 o'clock. So most mornings at HA, 7 o'clock, you're getting ready to get to school. You might even be on your bus or getting ready to get in your car, because our school starts at 7:30. All right, so let's see. So 7 o'clock, this clock shows 8 o'clock. The small hour hand is on the 8. The big hand is on the minutes. So if let me see if I can make this work. If I click on this, all right, I'm going to go backwards to 7 o'clock. And you see how when you go around one whole time on the clock for the minutes, then the hour hand moves from one number to the next. So right now it's 2 minutes after 7. See that? See the 2 lines here? Each of those lines is a minute. So it's 1, 2. It's 7:02, 2 minutes after 7. I want to get it to 7 o'clock. So I'm clicking and dragging. Ooh, I had it. Good. Now, 0 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's what that looks like. All right, so let's turn the page, the See and Show page, where we're going to read what we need to succeed. Put your reading finger on the words. Let's read it together. It says, another type of clock is a digital clock. A digital clock uses numbers to show the hours and minutes. The clock shows 2 o'clock, so hour, minutes, and there's your colon. it means after. So 0 minutes after 2 o'clock. All right, so here we are going to tell what time is shown and write the time on the digital clock. So one of the downsides to using marker is you can see that the words I wrote kind of bled through the back of the paper, so I'm sorry about that. But it's good that you used pencil, hopefully. So here, look at the hour hand and the minute hand. The hour hand is pointing to the 11. The minute hand is pointing to the 12. So whenever we're at o'clock, like we learned yesterday, the minute hand's on 12 because it's 0 minutes. So hour is 11 and minutes are 0. Okay, number 2. Where is the hour? Is it the 6 or the 12? Right? It's the shorter one. So what is it? Say it out loud. It's the 6. And how many minutes after 6? 0, 0. All right. Please hit pause. Do number 3 and 4. And then press play to see if you got them correct. Okay, number 6. This is a little tricky because it might be a little hard to tell, but see the blue minute hand and the red hour hand, they're both pointing at the 12. So the hour hand is at the 12, and the minute hand, 0 minutes after 12, is 12 o'clock. And then here, which one? The small hand, the hour hand's on the 3, the minute is on the 12, which means 0 minutes after 3 o'clock. All right, so we are going to continue practicing by temporarily skipping page 597, going to 599, making sure that your name and numbers at the top. Here is what you need to succeed, the same information that was on page 596. Should read that again, comparing the analog clock and the digital clock. On this page, you're going to tell what time is shown, just like we did on page 596. So you're going to do 1 and 2. Why? Because practice makes progress. And then, same thing for 3 and 4, write the time on the digital clock. For number 5, let's read it. It says, Layla's dance class starts at 6 o'clock. Here it is. It ends 1 hour later. Circle the clock that shows the time the dance class ends. So is this the time the dance class ends, or is this one? Circle the clock that shows the time the dance class ends. And then circle the correct answer, digital clock. Circle which one of these is the digital clock. All right, then please go back to page 597. Make sure your name and number's at the top. You're going to write the digital time shown on each analog clock. When you're done, check your work. Make sure you answered everyone. Make sure your answers are correct. Then please ask mom or dad or somebody at home to send me a picture. I only need a picture of this page. You don't have to send the other pages. All right, thanks a lot. Great job today. As they say in Portugal and Brazil, what do they say? I think it's Muito obrigado. Muito obrigado. So I'm learning too. Do you know I got that information from Rosalinda's parents in Mrs. Bergen's class. They know some things about Portuguese, and so they were teaching me. So I did not know that either. It's pretty cool to learn about how to speak in different cultures. Muito obrigado. Thank you very much. As they say in England or the United Kingdom, cheers.